back to my channel. So as you can see, I have recreated my wedding makeup look for you all. So I went for this really soft glam makeup look for my wedding, which is really polished but not too over the top, and it really goes well with the jewelry and my sari. So I really loved my makeup look, how it turned out on my big day. I'm super glad that I did my own makeup because I know my face the best more than anyone else. So I am very happy that I did my own wedding makeup. So I created this really pretty sort of like a rose gold soft smoky eye look with a beautiful glowy base, which actually looks glowy but it's not. It's a super matte base which did not melt off or budge throughout the entire event, and I was super surprised to see how well this makeup put up throughout my wedding, because there was a lot of fire, which is the Agni that was happening, and I actually thought my makeup would have all melted up because of the hormone that was happening. But then I got some time to check myself in the mirror for a couple of minutes, and I was super surprised to see how well this makeup had put up. So this makeup look is sweat proof and heat proof, no matter what under condition you're in, whether it's an outdoor or indoors in front of a lot of Agni, this is gonna put up super well. This is the wedding makeup look that I created on my big day, and if you want to know how I achieved this makeup look, then please do continue watching. To begin with, I'm going to take my Anastasia Dip brow pomade in the shade dark brown to fill in my eyebrows. So I took that on an angled brush and started filling in my eyebrows. I'm creating a line on top and bottom of my eyebrows and filling in the gap using the eyebrow pomade. And whatever is left, I'm just running that to the beginning of my eyebrows to give a bit of a natural look. Then I took a concealer, this one is by Too Faced, and dabbing that on my eyelids to give it as a base for my eyeshadow. And I'm also taking the same concealer on a concealer brush to clean up underneath my eyebrows to really make them sharp and well defined. And whatever is left on the brush, I'm running that in between my eyebrows as well. Then I took my favorite concealer blending brush from PAC to gently pat the concealer onto my eyelids. I'm also setting the base in place using a loose powder with a fluffy blending brush. For eyeshadow, I took the HUDA Beauty Nude Rich Eyeshadow Palette. So this is like a quad. So first I'm picking up two shades from the quad. So a warm brown and a mauvey light pink sort of a shade. So I mixed them both on a blending brush and applied that throughout my crease in a blown out way. And this is gonna act as a transition color. Then I took this really pretty deep pinkish mauve eyeshadow, which is matte again, on a tapered blending brush to add some depth onto my crease, because I don't want my crease to look too flat. So adding a darker color is going to really define the crease of my eyes. And making sure to blend it really thoroughly as well. Applying the same eyeshadow using the same tapered blending brush on the outer V of my eye, and I'm slightly pulling it out like so to give my eyes a bit of an elongated look and feel. I took the concealer one more time and just dabbed the tiniest amount on both my eyelids to create a bit of a clean space before I pop on my shimmer eyeshadow. And I'm using the same concealer brush that I used earlier to kind of clean up the main eyelid area. And this is gonna really make your shimmery eyeshadow pop. I'm picking up this really beautiful metallic foiled kind of a rose gold eyeshadow from the same palette on a flat shader brush from Anastasia, and really pressing and patting the eyeshadow on the eyelid area to make it look super blingy. Then I took the tapered blending brush again to blend out the crease because I don't want any harsh lines in my eye makeup. Now I'm taking the deepest blackberry sort of a shade from the same palette on a pencil brush, and I'm first applying that on the outer V in like a V shape, and then I'm going to pick up my tapered blending brush one more time to blend out the outer V so that there are no harsh lines anywhere on my eye makeup. Moving on to the face, I'm taking one of my favorite primers. This is the SMASHBOX Pore Minimizing Primer. So I'm applying that on the main areas of my face using my finger and blending it out using my fingertips again. This is such a good primer if you have oily skin and if you have open pores on your skin. This is a perfect primer because it fills in the pores and gives you a beautiful matte effect. Now to color correct my face, I'm taking the LA Girl Pro color corrector in the shade orange. So I'm dabbing a little bit of that on my under eye circles, the pigmentation around my mouth, and also on top of the acne scars on my face. If you don't have any hyperpigmentation issues, you can totally skip this step. But since I have a lot of hyperpigmentation, I'm gonna do a bit of color correction. Once the product is on, I'm going to take a damp beauty blender to blend out and kind of make the orange color corrector toned down, because you don't want too much of orange onto your face, otherwise everything is gonna look cakey. So I'm really blending it out because this is gonna leave a beautiful orange tint wherever I have those hyperpigmentation. So it's gonna be a very thin layer before I apply my foundation. For foundation, I'm taking my absolute favorite foundation, which is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation in the shade 370. I just love this foundation for so many reasons. So I'm going to dot that on my entire face. Actually, it's better to work this foundation in sections, but I kind of forgot while I was filming, so I dotted it on my entire face. So this is such a beautiful matte finish foundation that lasts throughout any heat conditions. So I'm just gonna dab the foundation using a pack buffing brush gently onto my skin. So this foundation really dries up fast, so it is better to work in sections like I mentioned earlier, but nonetheless I managed to blend the foundation well this day. And this gives such a beautiful matte finish to your skin, and it doesn't look cakey at all, which I absolutely love. Then I took the damp beauty blender again to blend and kind of merge the foundation really well onto my skin. Now for concealer, I'm taking the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Butterscotch and popping that on my under eyes. I'm not applying a lot because I want to keep the base kind of on the softer side. So I'm applying very little. I also applied that on the center of my forehead, on the bridge of my nose, on my cupid's bow and my chin. So this shade is not too light on me. It's just about 1 to 2 shades lighter. So it's not going to be too highlighty. It's going to be on the natural side as well. I took my favorite concealer blending brush again to blend out the concealer, and this gives such a beautiful coverage, but it looks really natural. It provides a lot of coverage, but it's gonna look very beautiful on your skin. It's not gonna look too cakey. I like it much better than the Tarte Shape Tape concealer because that one is super thick. This one is not that thick, yet it provides very beautiful coverage. Again, I'm just gonna stipple the product gently onto my skin. Here comes the beauty blender again. I'm gonna give a quick dab on the places where I applied the concealer to take away any excess product and also to make my base look extra flawless. You need to have a really good beauty blender to make your makeup look really flawless. So make sure to invest in a good quality beauty blender because that's gonna change your base game to another level. For cream contour, I'm going to take the LA Girl Pro concealer in the shade Beautiful Bronze. Such a beautiful cream contour for almost all complexions. So I'm just popping that on the hollows of my cheeks. I'm not going to apply too much because I do want to keep it a little bit on the softer side. I'm also applying that on the forehead, on my jawline. I'm also contouring my lips, so I'm applying under and above my lips. Then I took a stippling brush to blend out the cream contour. A stippling brush is gonna blend your cream products really beautifully, and it also takes away any excess product away from your face, so it is perfect for bridal makeup because you don't want to look too cakey on your big day. I definitely wanted to be a little bit on the softer side, so I kept my base makeup kind of subtle. It's not too subtle, it's not too much, it's kind of in between, which I absolutely loved. I forgot to contour my nose, so I'm doing that here. So I'm just applying the same concealer alongside my nose. Then I took a color bar blending brush to blend out the contour on my nose and around my mouth. The beauty blender comes again. I'm just gonna blend the cream contour gently using the beauty blender, and again the excess product is gonna come off on the beauty blender because beauty blender does a beautiful job in making your base look really flawless. Now before setting my face with some powder, here is a quick trick for you all. So I took my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, gave my face a quick spray before setting it with some powder, and this is gonna make sure that your makeup really sticks onto your skin and doesn't budge or melt throughout any heat or sweat. So I took my beauty blender again to gently dab and press the setting powder with my base makeup that I did so that everything is really meshed and nothing budges anywhere. Once that is done, I'm gonna set my face using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake powder in the shade Banana Bread.
This is also an incredible powder if you have oily skin, because it is super finely milled and it is so good in controlling your oil. So I'm applying a generous layer of this powder underneath my eyes using the same damp beauty blender. Also, using a damp beauty blender is gonna make your makeup a little bit more matte. I'm also applying that on the forehead, on my chin, on the bridge of my nose. And now to prevent my smile lines, I'm dabbing the beauty blender gently onto the smile lines using this rolling motion, and this is gonna set your smile lines in place and you're not gonna get any smile lines, because I do have major smile line issues, and on this day I did not have any smile lines at all. So I quickly took my blending brush to dust off the powder around my mouth, because I don't want that area to be too bright. So I'm gonna brush off only that portion. I'm taking my Urban Decay 24/7 Perversion kohl to apply that on my lower waterline. I'm not gonna apply it very thickly because I don't want too much of a dramatic look on my wedding, so I kept it a bit softer. I'm also tight lining my eyes because I don't want any flesh tones peeking through my waterline, so I'm really tight lining both my eyes well. So I'm using gentle small strokes to create an eyeliner, not keeping it too thick or too thin. It's kind of on the moderate side. So yeah, that's what I did. And then I took my angled brush to smudge off the kohl eyeliner that I just created to give a smoky eyeliner effect. Then I'm picking up this really beautiful blackened plum shade again on the same angled brush to make my eyeliner look more smokier, because I was going for that smoky eyeliner look. And yeah, I'm gently pulling that eyeliner out in a winged shape to elongate my eyes further. Again, I'm going to pick up the same eyeshadow on a pencil brush to smoke out my lower lash line. Once the eyeshadow part is done, I'm going to brush off all of the excess powder using a fluffy powder brush. I'm also setting the rest of my face using the same Huda Beauty Easy Bake powder. So I took the same powder on the same fluffy powder brush and using a rolling and pressing motion to set the remainder of my face. So this is the best way to set your face, because this really ensures that the powder is distributed evenly onto your face everywhere, and it's gonna lock your makeup in place very well. Then I took my MAC Studio Fix Sculpt and Contour palette and took this really beautiful ashy shade to set the cream contour in place. So I'm just using a very light amount of product, because the LA Girl concealer itself gave me a decent contour on my face. So I'm not using too much of the powder product here. Very light layer only. For nose contour, I switched up to a blending brush, and again I'm going to use very little of the powder contour. For blush, I'm taking the Tarte Blush Book 3 in the shade Heated. So there is a lot of colors in this blush book, so I took the shade called Heated, which is such a beautiful peachy vivid bright blush, and these Tarte blushes are so good. It stays on forever on my cheeks, so I'm just popping a little bit of that blusher onto my cheeks, not going too overboard because I don't want to look too made up like I said earlier. Now for highlighter, I'm taking this really gorgeous highlighter for dusky skin tones. So this is the Balm Betty Lou manizer, which is such a beautiful finely milled golden highlighter. So I just pop that on the tops of my cheekbones using a blending brush, and also I'm applying very little of the highlighter because I don't want to look too blingy since I already have a very oily skin type. So I'm keeping it very subtle because my skin produces a lot of oil on its own. I'm also applying that on my cupid's bow, on my chin. Then I took that highlighter on my ring finger to highlight the bridge of my nose and the tip of my nose. I'm also highlighting the inner corners of my eyes and my brow bone using a small highlighter brush. I took a little bit of the Huda Beauty banana bread powder on a blending brush, and I just kind of apply that on under the hollows of my cheeks so that the contour is super strong and defined. If you don't want to do that, you can absolutely skip it, but I like a structured face, so that is why I'm adding this step to my makeup. Now I'm gonna blot off the lip balm that has been resting on my lips before I apply some lipstick. So first I took the MAC lip liner in the shade Chestnut, which is a deep dark brown lip liner, perfect for dusky skin tones. So I'm slightly gonna go little above my lip line to make my lips a little bit plumped since I have very thin lips, but if you already have sort of a thicker lip, you can avoid this step also. Now for lipstick, I'm taking the Huda Beauty Power Bullet lipstick in the shade Third Date, which is such a unique, beautiful mauvey lipstick for me. So this is a mauve matte lipstick with a hint of peach to it, which looked absolutely stunning on my skin tone. So I'm just gonna apply that on my entire lips, and it went very perfectly with my entire outfit and makeup as well, because I didn't want to do a bold lip for my look, so I kept it very soft and kind of muted. I definitely love gloss, so I took the Too Faced Lip Injection Lip Plumper in the shade Original. So I put that on the back of my hand and took it on a lip brush to dab the product all over my lips, and this product really does make my lips look plumper in minutes. I don't know what they put in this product. It is amazing if you want to get a fuller and plumped lips. And it also provides a high shine look on your lips, so it is amazing. Then I took the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara to coat my eyelashes. So I gave a generous layer of this mascara to my top and bottom eyelashes. Such a great mascara if you want to achieve really voluminous eyelashes. So I'm gently wiggling the mascara wand onto my eyelashes, and this way you can achieve really fuller looking lashes. So here you can see the difference. And I also didn't want to add a lens to my look because like I said, I wanted to keep everything a bit natural. For eyelashes, I took these really beautiful natural looking eyelashes in the style Giselle from HUDA Beauty, and these were absolutely gorgeous on my eyes. They were very comfortable on the eyes and they looked very natural as well, which I was totally going for. Now to lock the makeup in place, I'm taking the all-nighter setting spray again to spray that onto my face to settle everything. Super important for long-lasting makeup. So I put on my sari and jewelry, and here is the finished look. I tried to recreate my wedding hairstyle. My hairstyle was done by Jayashree. She did a fabulous job with my hair. I'll put all the service providers who worked on my wedding in the description box. So if you want to know any other detail, make sure to check the description box. So that is the finished look, super detailed. I wanted to show you every single detail of what I did on my wedding. So yeah, I really hope that you guys found this video useful and helpful and enjoyed watching it. If you did, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up, comment, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel for more such videos from me. Make sure to follow me on my Instagram. I'll put the link in the description box. So yeah, that is about it, and I shall see you guys soon in my next video. Bye.